Hello grade 8, how are you today? In this video I'm going to solve revision sheet 3, which is talking about geometry. We have two exercises. The third one is already solved. You may find it on week 35. Let's start by number 1. Consider the two circles. Circle C of center O radius 4 cm. Circle C prime of center O prime and radius 2 cm, where OO prime equals 7 cm. Okay, what's the relative position of the two circles? So first we should remember that we must find r plus r prime, which is equal 4 plus 2 equals 6 centimeters. And also we should find r minus r prime, which is 4 minus 2 equal 2 centimeters. And we should compare OO prime with r plus r prime and r minus r prime. Okay, of course here you must revise week 35. In week 30, in week 33, in circles lesson, you will find the details, okay, about the relative position of two circles. So here we realize that OO prime equals 7 centimeters, R plus R prime equals 6 centimeters. So we realize that in OO prime is greater than R plus R prime. And in this case, the two circles are exterior circles. Why exterior circles? Since OO prime greater than R plus R prime, and exterior circles will have the shape like this. Two circles exterior يعني بيكونوا far apart from each other, doesn't touch each other. Okay, there's a distance between the two circles. Okay, this is O and this is O prime. The distance here is 7 centimeters, and R1 is equal 4 over R, and R prime equal 2. Okay, so the distance between them is 1 centimeter, but there is no need to draw this. Much why we'll draw it together. So this is part A. Okay, in part B, he said what should be OO prime such that they are tangent externally. Tangent externally means they must touch each other like this. Touch each other like that in one point here, like this. No. And the two circles touch each other in a way, or in one point only. This is what we mean by tangent externally, like this. Whatever the size of it, يكون هيك. يكون في هون touching each other in one point. Right. So OO prime must be equal R plus R prime. Okay, يعني OO prime must be equal 6 centimeters. In order to be tangent externally, لازم يكون OO prime equal 6 centimeters. Okay, this is fine. Part C, draw the figure taking OO prime equal 7 centimeters. So what you need to do in your cover books is to draw it to scale. Here I'll not draw to scale. So you must draw a straight line of OO prime equal 7 centimeters. Okay, and you must measure. I will draw a circle from O, center O, and of radius 4 centimeters, like this one. You draw it like this, and the center here should be 4 centimeters exactly, like that. Okay, maybe it should be bigger a little bit. It's fine, I think. I told you I'm not drawing to scale. Okay, this is the first circle. The second circle should be apart from it. But smaller than. Why smaller than? It must be 2 centimeters of radius 2 centimeters like this, and of center O prime. O prime should be the center. Okay, it should be like this. Okay, this is circle C and this is circle C prime. This is center O prime. The distance from here to here is 4 centimeters. The distance here is 2 centimeters, and between them, of course, should be 1 centimeter. Okay, fine. He said in part D, C1 is another circle of center O, this center. Draw it such that it is internally tangent with what? With C prime. Okay, internally tangent, there must be like this. One circle and a circle inside it, but it's tangent internally. Tangent internally, it's inside it, but it touches it in one point, which is here. Okay, there must be like this. Okay, this should be circle C1, and this should be circle C prime. Okay, so it should be here of center O and radius. We will calculate the radius and we'll check what's the shape here. So the new circle should be like this. Let me check it here. Okay, the new circle should be like that, but bigger than. It should be too much big in such a way it touches circle C prime. So let's keep the center of center O, and it should be like that. I'll change its color just to okay, like this section, I think. So it should be like this. This should be circle C1. C1 is a big circle of center O and radius. What's the radius? Okay, the radius here must be equal to, the radius should be from the center to this point that's here. So هذه كلها 7 plus 2 9 centimeters. Okay, this circle C1 is tangent internally with C prime. شايفين C prime هذه C1 yellow one هذه C prime which is touching it, هي inside مثل ما رسمناها هون and touching it in one point. This is question number 1 or exercise number 1. Okay. هلا راح نروح على exercise number 2. In exercise 2 he said consider a triangle EFG right at E. Okay, so let's draw a triangle like this right at E. So in your copy books you must draw a triangle exactly like this one. Right at E, so it should be like this. Let's draw EG here. We have here. So height 4 centimeters, 5 I mean 5 centimeters, so height 4 centimeters. Okay, right. He said denote by I also the midpoint of EG. So I should be somewhere here. So let me erase the 4 and the 5 centimeters. It's just to draw it. This is I. I is the midpoint. Okay, and D the symmetric of F with respect to I. D is the symmetric of F with respect to I. يعني I should be the mirror. احنا لما نقول with respect to I هيدي ال I هي لازم تكون الميرور. Okay, symmetric يعني في mirror. Okay, طيب الميرور يعني إذا ال F looks at I. Okay, ال F راح يشوف حاله على بالميرور here somewhere here. طب كيف راح تكون؟ So we match Fi in a straight line like this one. Okay, نرسمها as dotted line. And D is the symmetric of F with respect to I. يعني it should be the same distance from F to I, so it should be somehow like this. D must be here. Okay, so let me insert straight line. So if we draw a straight line like this, D must be somewhere here. Okay, but keep it now like that, it's fine. Okay, طيب draw the figure. هيدا الفيجر show that the quadrilateral EFGD is a parallelogram. من هو ال EFGD؟ EFGD. So we must match this one and we match also this one. So هو عم يحكينا عن EFGD. All this. ليش هيدا parallelogram؟ طيب in order to prove that quadrilateral parallelogram في عنا كذا وحدة. أول وحدة لازم يكونوا every two opposite sides are equal. Okay. تاني وحدة every two opposite sides هول بتلاقوهم كمان بويك 35 are parallel. في عنا كمان only two opposite sides are equal and parallel. يعني بكفي تقول إنه بس اثنين opposite sides equal parallel صار parallelogram. opposite angles are equal. يعني إذا قدرت تقول إنه opposite angles إذا بالgiven كان في angles وأنت قلت لي إنه opposite angles are equal صار parallelogram. وآخر وحدة diagonals bisect each others. شو يعني؟ يعني لما يكون عندنا parallelogram like this الdiagonals اللي هو هذا وهذا bisect each others. يعني هيدي البوينت بتكون mid point لهيدا السايد و mid point لهيدا السايد وهي رح نستعملها here. اوكي so part B شو رح نقول أول شيء؟ I midpoint of EG. اوكي given يعني بنحط الريزلت انه هي given يعني السبب انه هي given والاي midpoint of what of FD. ليش الاي midpoint ال FD by symmetry او فيك تقول انه دي the symmetric of F with respect to I. ما هو قال لي symmetry يعني صارت الاي midpoint لهيدا كله مش ال FI equal ID by symmetry فاذا هي الاي midpoint. so الاي midpoint لهيدا الاي جي والاي ميد بوينتس تو اف تي. هيدي شو بتعطينا؟ هيدي بتعطينا انه الاي انه the diagonals شو هن الdiagonals؟ اف جي the diagonals اي جي and اف دي. the diagonals اي جي and اف دي bisect each others. شو صار؟ hence EFGD is a parallelogram. فينا نكتب parallelogram like this parallelogram. هيك صار parallelogram. بكفي هيك يعني احنا استعملنا هاي وحدة. هلا يمكن بعد شوي نستعمل وحدة منها حسب الجيفن. هون بالجيفن مبينين انه الاي سنتر. اوكي. now what؟ now راح نروح على البارت اللي بعده. اوكي بحاول اعمل لها copy. طيب هلا in the next part شو عم بقول؟ He's saying that you need to draw something else. شو has something else؟ خلينا نشوف. He said in part C, draw the straight line DEK. احنا خلصنا A و B. DEK. هيدا كله لازم يكون straight line. هيدا كله هون DEK. Okay, straight line. يعني ال K should be somewhere here on the same straight line. طيب such that إنه ال KF يكون perpendicular لل FE. طيب خلينا نرسم ال DEK. يعني ال DEK هي straight line فبنكمل straight line like this. وال K should be somewhere here بس مش أنت على ذوقك بدك تحطها. هو قال إنه such that إنه ال KF يعني ال K اللي أنت بترسمها هون is perpendicular to FE. اوكي يعني بدها تكون perpendicular على ال FE. فنحن بنرسم perpendicular from here يعني 90 degrees. اوكي وهيدي بتكون البوينت K. اوكي هون بنمحي هاي وبنظبطها هيك so it's fine. اوكي فهلا صارت ال KF هي perpendicular. طيب شو قال بعدين؟ prove that انه ال FKEG is a parallelogram. So in part C I okay required to prove انه ال FKEG is a parallelogram. FKEG خلينا نعلمه بالأسود FKEG. ليش هيدا الشكل parallelogram؟ هلا هو ما تقدر نبين parallelogram لازم نحن prove that it is a parallelogram. طيب how to prove؟ So we should use one of these type. Diagonals bisect each others ما فينا نستعمل هيدي آخر وحدة لأنه أصلا ما في diagonals هي بهيدا الباراليلوجرام الجديد اللي نحن رسمناه. Okay, so we must use a different way. We must use a different way. طيب هلا different way واحدة من هودي. طيب خلينا نشوف شو في عنا given لنشوف حالنا شو بدنا نستعمل. اوكي بنشوف شو في عنا given. طيب اول شيء شو هو الجيفن او شو المبين هون؟ مبين انه هيدا السايد وهيدا السايد parallel. ليه؟ لانه perpendicular. KF perpendicular على FE والاي جي كمان perpendicular على FE. نحن بنعرف اذا اثنين sides او اثنين segments perpendicular على نفس اللاين شو بيكونوا؟ parallel. So خلينا نبلش نكتب. So we have KF perpendicular على FE و EG كمان perpendicular على FE. شو صار؟ صار ال KF parallel لل EG. اوكي؟ KF parallel لل EG. فإذا صار في عندي اثنين opposite sides parallel. طيب شو بعد بدنا نقول؟ بعد بدنا نقول إنه هيدا وهيدا parallel. طيب ليش هني parallel؟ خلينا نشوف. طيب نرجع بنقول خلينا نكتبها بلون تاني عشان ننجزهم. نرجع بنقول we have also FG parallel لمين؟ للED. طب شو السبب يا ترى؟ السبب إنه FGDE is a part. شو هو parallelogram؟ قبل شوي برهنا parallelogram بهيدا البارت EFGD. اوكي او FGDE. اوكي خلينا نحطها مثل ما هو سميها احسن من غير. اوكي EFGD is a parallelogram. بما انه هيدا parallelogram فاذا هيدا وهيدا parallel. طب اذا هيدا وهيدا parallel اوكي طب شو خص هيدا بالموضوع اللي هو الكي اي. اوكي and ED parallel لمين؟ للإي كي. اوكي للإي كي. شو السبب؟ انه دي اي كي is a straight line. انا بحله على مهلك. دي اي كي is a straight line. طيب بما انه دي اي كي هو straight line فصار هيدا وهيدا parallel. طيب as a result شو بتعطينا هودي؟ الاف جي parallel للاي دي والاي دي بارلل للاي كي، فشو صار؟ صار الاف جي بارلل لمين؟ للاي دي للاي كي. شو بستفيد؟ الاف جي بارلل لهذا، صار عندي كل اثنين opposite sides parallel، hence شو بتعطينا هيك او implies that او so او اي كلمه نفس المعنى. hence every two opposite sides are equal. ف hence شو اخر شيء شو بيعطينا هاد؟ بيعطينا انه الكي، انه الاف كي اي جي is a parallelogram. صار هيدا الجديد اللي احنا رسمناه او كمان parallelogram. طيب نروح على part 2. شو عم بقول في part 2؟ deduce that E is the midpoint of the segment DK. ليش ال E midpoint للسيجمنت DK؟ اوكي؟ ليش هيدي midpoint لل EK؟ طيب midpoint يعني DE equal EK. فهون كمان شو بنقول؟ بنقول انه ال FG equal ED. كمان نفس السبب E F G D is a parallelogram. بالparallelogram نحن بنعرف كل اثنين opposite sides parallel و equal. طيب وكمان we have FG equal EK. شو السبب يا ترى؟ السبب نفس السبب انه ال K، انه ال F K E D او E G is a parallelogram. يعني هذا equal لهذا parallelogram وهذا equal لهذا parallelogram. وشو بتعطينا هاي؟ بتعطينا انه ال ED equal EK. hence verified. صارت ال E midpoint لمين؟ of K. آخر question راح تلاقوه number 3 راح تلاقوه ب week 35 worksheet. اوكي بدرس ال parallelograms. Okay, this is everything. أتمنى تكونوا فهمتوني كثير منيح و that's everything. Bye bye.